Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to learn about the problem sums of arithmetic progression. In the last video, we already learned about arithmetic progression, in which arithmetic progression means a list of number in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number, okay? In which each number we are getting a progression in which we are getting a if we are adding the fixed number to this 5, we can get the second number. Second number adding to that fixed number gives me third number. This type of progression is called as arithmetic progression, in which we earlier saw two formulas. First one was for an, where an equals to a plus n minus 1d. What is this an? An means the number of term you want to know, or say you want to know the last term. So if you are taking the example dash 13 dash 3, this 3 becomes my an because it is my last term of my finite AP. Okay. We already studied about finite AP and infinite AP. As this AP stops here, that means 3 is my last term, which can also be said as an. A means your first term. N's means the number of term on which this 3 comes. Okay. So if we are taking the example 1, 2, 3 and 4. So my n becomes 4 in this case. D means the difference between the first term and the second term. That means A2 minus A1 gives me D. In this video, we are going to study about only an. Some of the an we will do in the next video. So without any further ado, let's concentrate with our first sum. As given over here, our first sum says dash 13 dash 3. That means we are given with a is missing over here. Okay, a is not given. A2 is given, which is 13. A3 is again missing, and A4 over here is 3. Okay. So in this case, we are given two terms A2 and A4, and we need to find A and A3. Okay. So how you will find it out? So first of all, for A2, what will be the formula according to AN is equals to A plus n minus 1 D. Okay. This is my formula for AN. For this case, my n becomes 2. So my A2's formula will be A2 is equals to A plus n minus 1 means 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 means it becomes 1D. So it's for the short form, always write the number smaller than the given number. So my equation for A2 becomes A2 is equals to A plus 1D. Same way for equation A4, my A4 becomes A4 equals to A plus 3D. Understood how this formula came? We are just reducing one number, as our formula says n minus 1. So we are just reducing one number. As I am asked for 4, I will write over here 3. My A2 given over here is 13. So I get my equation as 13 is equal to, as my A2 is 13, I will substitute 13 for A2. A plus 1D. This becomes my equation number 1. Okay, keep it aside. And for my A4, what is my A4? My A4 is 3. So 3 is equals to A plus 3D. This becomes my equation number 2. Now what we will do? We already learned about the elimination method. So we are doing elimination method and subtracting. We are subtracting result 1 and 2. What we are doing? We are subtracting our result 1 and 2. Why we are subtracting? So first of all, write your equations. First is 13 equals to A plus 1D. And second one is 3 equals to A plus 3D. Now how did I decided that I need to subtract? As you can clearly see over here, my A and A is similar. Both of them are having the same sign of plus. So for cancelling them out, I need to change their sign. So my plus 3 becomes minus 3, my plus A becomes minus A, and my plus 3 again becomes minus 3. So I'm changing my sign, and what will I get over here? Plus A and minus A is getting cancelled. 13 minus 3 gives me 10, positive 10 equals to plus minus gives me minus. So 3 minus 1 gives me 2. But as you can see over here, my larger number is having the sign of minus. So it becomes 10 upon minus 2 equals to D. So 2 5s are 10s. Therefore, my D will be equals to minus 5. Here I got my value of D is equals to minus 5. But the case over here is I need to find my A. How you can do so? Just to substitute the value of D in one equation. I am selecting my first equation. What is my equation? 13 equals to A plus 1D. So instead of D, what will I substitute? I will substitute my minus 5. So it becomes 13 equals to A plus 1 times minus 5. Okay. So 13 will be equals to A plus. Plus minus gives me minus 5. Now we are changing the sign of our 5. So as side changes, sign also changes. So 13 plus 5 equals to my A. So it becomes 18 is equals to A. So my value of A becomes 18. So I got my value of A is equals to 18. Next, I need to find my value of A3. How you will find A3? So A3's formula will be A plus 2D. How did I get my formula like this? As I said earlier, just reduce one number from your given number. So A3, 3 minus 3 becomes our N. In this case, we don't know our A3. So we will write A3 as it is. What is my A? My A is 18. What is my D? My D is minus 5. So it becomes A3 equals to 18 plus minus minus 5 2s are 10. So my A3 is equals to 8. So my final answer for A3 becomes A3 is equals to 8. Clear? Moving on to the next sum, same pattern. The difference over here is in this case we are already given A. What is my A? My A is 5 and first, second, third and fourth. That means my A4 given over here is 9 integer 1 upon 2. Now this is an improper fraction. So I need to convert it into proper fraction. 9 2s are 18. 18 plus 1 gives me 19 upon 2. So instead of writing 9 integer 1 upon 2, wherever I will find out A4, I will substitute 19 upon 2. Okay. Now in this case, what will I make my formula for A4? My AN is equals to A plus N minus 1D. Where I know my A is 5, my N is equals to 4. D I don't know. So I have to find out what is my D. Okay. So just write down the formula. A4 equals to A plus 3D. What is my A4? My A4 is 19 upon 2 equals to, what is my A? My A is 5 plus 3 times D. Now my 5 is changing its side. That means it becomes 19 by 2 minus 5 equals to 3D. Okay. Now I can't subtract 19 by 2 from 5. So I need to first same the denominator. So take out your LCM. 2 ones are 2. That means whatever you are doing in denominator will go in numerator as well. You will get 19 minus 5 2s are 10 upon 2 equals to 3D. Now 19 minus 10 gives me 9 upon 2 equals to 3D. Now I want to know my value of D. So this 3 is in multiplication. It goes down. That means it will become 9 upon 2 times 3 gives me D. So 3 1s are 3. 3 3s are 9. So value of D becomes 3 upon 2. So my value of D comes 3 upon 2. Now what do I need to find? I need to find A2. So what will be the formula of A2? A2 is equals to A plus 1D. I don't know my A2. What is my A? My A is 5 plus 1 into 3 upon 2. That means my A2 becomes, you can't add. First of all, you need to follow the BODMAS rule. Okay, BDMAS rule. That means you need to first solve the bracket. Then you have to go for multiplication, addition, division and subtraction. Okay. So you will follow the pattern where it says 5 plus 3 ones are 3. So you will get 3 upon 2. Now you can't add 5 with plus 3 upon 2. So what you will do? Same the denominator by taking LCM. So again A2 equals to 10 plus 3 upon 2. That means 13 upon 2. So my value of A2 becomes 13 upon 2. Next you need to find is A3. So what will be the formula of A3? A3 becomes A plus 2D. So A3 equals to, what is my A? My A is 5 plus 2 times, what is my D? My D is 3 upon 2. Now, as you can see clearly over here, this 2 and this 2 is getting cancelled. So, my A3 becomes 8. So, my value of A3 becomes 8. So, write it down over here. It becomes 13 upon 2. And this one is 8. So, this is done. Moving on to the next question, which says, find the numbers of term in the following AP. So I need to find the number of term. That means the question. First, clearly understand the question. In this case, my A is equals to 7, as my 7 comes first. So my A is 7. What will be my D? So A2 minus A1. That means my D will become, what is my A2? D is equal to A2 minus A1. That means 13 minus 7. It gives me 13 minus 7 gives me 6. Okay, so my D becomes 6. This is my last term of my finite AP. That means it becomes my AN, or you can say it's become my L, which is 205. What I need to do and what I need to find is question, at what term my this 205 comes. That means I need to find my N. At what number does this 205 comes in my AP? So write down the formula. AN is equals to A plus N minus 1 D. So instead of AN, what you will substitute? You will substitute 205 equals to, what is my A? It's 7 plus, what is my N? This is the thing we need to find. What is my D? My D is 6. So plus 7 goes over there and it becomes 205 minus 7 equals to N minus 1 times 6. So 205 minus 7 gives me 198 equals to N minus 1 times 6. Now 6 is in multiplication. 1, it will go in denominator. It becomes N minus 1. So 6, how many times? So 6, 3s are 80. And again, so you will get 33 is equals to N minus 1. Now this minus 1 goes over there. That means 33 plus 1 equals to N. So 34 will be your N. That means in my AP, 34th number term of my AP is 205. Okay. Clear? Moving on to our next sum, which says, which term? Again, in this case, we are asked for which term. That means in this case also we are asked for N. Okay. In of which term of 80 AP, 3, 15, 27, 39. This means it is an infinite term. Will be 132 more than your 54th term. The question asked over here is, at what term? That means your AN at what term is a 54th more than 132? That means more than 54th term. Your 54th term is more than 132 becomes your AN. Okay. So write down the formula. What is the formula of AN? First of all, what is your A? Your A becomes 3. What is your D? So D equals to A2 minus A1. That means it becomes 15 minus 3. So 15 minus 3 gives me 12. So D becomes my 12. Okay. So what is the formula of AN? My formula of AN is A plus N minus 1 D. So instead of AN, we are substituting A plus N minus 1 D. What is my A54 formula? So A plus 54, instead of 54, you will write A plus 53D plus 132, because my question is, at what term it's more than 132 times your 54th term. Okay, so in this case, my A is 3. So substitute 3 plus N minus 1. What is my D? My D is 12 equals to 3 plus 53 times 12 plus 132. Now solve this. So we are doing this. 3 plus N minus 112 equals to 3 plus 132 gives me 135 plus 53 times 12. It gives me 636. So you will write over here 636. So 636. So you will get 3 plus n minus 1 times 12 equals to 636 plus 135. That means it becomes 771. Now, as you can clearly see over here, it's plus 12. So, plus 12 goes over there and it becomes minus 12. So, 771 minus 3. So, minus 3 out from that, what you will get? N minus 1 times 12 gives me 768. 771 minus 3 gives me 768. Now this 12 is in multiplication where it will go in denominator. So what will be your answer? N minus 1 equals to 768 by 12. 12, 64 are 768. So, n minus 1 equals to 64. Now, this minus 1 goes over there. What will it become? 64 plus 1. Okay. So, it becomes n is equals to 65. So, your final answer for n is 65. Clear? Okay. Now, moving on to our next sum, which says, read this question carefully, as this is slightly different from the rest of the sums mentioned above. Find the 20th term from the last term. What it is mentioned over here? Last term. Okay. That means whenever you are asked for last term, what you should do? Reverse your AP. What you will do? Reversing your AP. That means your AP starts from 3, 8, 13. You will reverse it out. That means 253 and last term will become your 3, 8 and so on. Okay. So, the difference between here is that means A2 minus A1 gives me D. So, for difference over here is 8 minus 3, that means it is 5. So, when you are reversing your AP, you should keep in mind that you will change the sign of your D as well. That means if D is 5, it will become minus 5. Okay. So, minus 253, what you will do for second term, what you will do? 253 minus 5, it will give you 248. Again, minus 5 from 248, you will get 243. Okay, so this will become your new AP. So for this case, what is my A? My A is 253. What is my D? My D becomes, that means A2 minus A1, that means 248 minus 253 gives me minus 5. Okay, so D becomes my minus 5. Which term you need to find over here? Your N becomes your 20. You need to find your 20th term. Okay, so substitute your values. And what is your AN? Your AN is 3. What is your AN? Your AN is 3. So, for this, what you will do? Substitute the values. Instead of A, you will write 253. Instead of D, you will write minus 5. And instead of N, you will write 20. Okay. So, substitute the values. Write down the formula. AN equals to A plus N minus 1 D. So, instead of AN, what you will write? You will write, now your last term is 200. Now your last term is 3. So write 3 equals to, what is my A? My A is 253 plus, what is my N? My N is, you need to find AN. So instead of N, you will write 20 minus 1 times minus 5. So it becomes 253 plus 20 minus 1, it becomes 19 times minus 5. Now multiply your 19 with 5. You will get minus 95. So 253 minus 95. So what will be your AN's value? Your AN will become, AN equals to Minus it out. 253 minus 95. It gives you 158. So your AN becomes 158. Keep this answer in the box. I'm telling you this sum again. What you should do, your question asked over here is 20th term from the last. So you can do another method as well, but this is very easy. Just reverse your AP. Your last term becomes your first term and your first term becomes your last term. Okay. And the D's value will be changed. That means if the value of D is 5 positive, that it will become negative. If you are having D as negative, it will become positive. Just this keep these things in mind and you can solve your AP properly. Okay. And the rest of is the same. Just put the equation and you can easily solve the question. Okay. So moving on, we are having next sum which says the sum of fourth and the eighth term of AP is 24. In this question, we are given in an equation format that the sum of fourth and eighth term. That means the summation of A4 plus summation of A8 will give me the answer of 24. And the next says the sum of 6th and 10th terms gives me 44. That means my next equation says A6 plus A10 gives me 44. So this becomes my equation number 1 and this becomes my equation number 2. Okay, now solve this. What does my A4 become? So substitute your formula. In this case, we are not given a single term of AP. We need to find A, we need to find D. A is also not given. D is also not given. Okay, so how you will do so? As our question says A4. As we studied earlier, what the equation will become? A plus 3D. Just reduce one number from the given number. For A8, it will become A plus 7D equals to 24. Now solve this. A plus A gives me 2A plus 7 plus 3 gives me 10D equals to 24. Now what you can see in this equation that my 2 is common. So take out 2, it will become A plus 5D equals to 24. Now this 2 is in multiplication. Where will it go? It will go in denominator. That means A plus 5D equals to 24 by 2. That means it will gives me 12. So my equation becomes A plus 5D equals to 12. So keep this equation in the box. You need to use 8 in the next step. Okay. Same, you have to follow the same pattern over here. A6, that means it will become A plus 5D plus A plus 9D equals to 44. A plus A gives me 2A plus 9 plus 5 gives me 14D equals to 44. As you can clearly see over here, 2 is common. I am writing here directly A plus 7D is equals to 22. So this becomes my second equation and keep this equation also in the box. This becomes my equation number 2. As we have seen in the first examples, now we need to eliminate them. Eliminate this equation 1 and 2. Okay, that means you need to subtract. A plus 5D equals to 12 and second one is A plus 7D equals to 22. As I said earlier, I need to cancel this A out. What will I do? I will change my sign completely for all the 3 terms. Okay, this plus becomes minus, this plus becomes minus. This A and this A is getting cancelled. 7 minus 5 gives me minus 2D equals to minus 10. Okay. So this minus and this minus getting cancelled. D equals to 10 by 2. That means the value of D becomes 5. So value of my D becomes 5. I get my value of D. Now what I need to find? I need to find my first 3 terms of AP. Okay. So what will I do? Just substitute the value of D in first equation. I am taking this equation A plus 5D equals to 12. Just simply substitute the value of D. A plus 5 times 5 gives me 12. That means A equals to 12 plus then it becomes minus 5 5s are 25. How does it becomes? This 5 5s are comes my 25. 25 goes over there and it becomes negative. Just subtract 12 minus 25. What you will get? You will get A equals to minus 13. So your first term is A1 becomes your minus 13. Now you need to find your AP first three terms. That means your one number term is minus 13. What is my D? My D is 5. So what is the formula of D? D says D is equals to A2 minus A1. So instead of D, you will write 5. Instead of A2, you don't know, minus minus 13. This minus minus becomes plus. 5 equals to A2 plus 13. This plus 13 goes over there. That means it becomes minus 13 equals to A2. Just simply minus 13 from 5. You will get your answer as minus 8. So your A2 becomes minus 8. Okay. So this way A2 becomes minus 8. So right over here, A2 is equals to minus 8. And the third term becomes, so you can find again by the same pattern, A3 minus A2. Instead of D, you will write 5. Instead of A3, you don't know, so write A3. Instead of A2, you can write minus 8. Okay. So 5 is equals to A3 plus 8. This plus 8 goes over there. That means 8 minus 5. You will get 3. So your A3 becomes minus 3 is equals to A3. So your third terms become minus 3. Hope you understand all these sums clearly. Practice them all and you can get easily this all the sums. The concept over here is just to understand what is asked in the equation. Okay. So hope you join again for the next video. Thank you so much. Join again.